Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Hurt by Bert, and today I'm going to be doing a little review on the news. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Many of you guys have heard about this game. It's new. It's new to Call of Duty, obviously, so everyone's going to be talking about it, but it's also an interesting-ass game, and I'll tell you why later. So, first I'm going to get into the multiplayer, and then I'm going to go into the campaign and spec apps, because everyone wants to hear about the multiplayer, because that's why we buy Call of Duties, if you know what I mean. So, first off in the multiplayer, I'm just going to get right into it. The multiplayer is hot garbage. It's not good. Can it get fixed? Absolutely. Will they? It's probably not. But I hope they do. They could. Probably not. So, first off, you guys have heard this probably before, but the maps are terrible. Let's start off with the maps. The maps, not good. There's only one good map, and it's the new one, Shoot House, because it's 3-lane and it's small. The other maps, I'm just going to name off a few. Piccadilly, Anaya Palace, that cave map, Ramaza, they just full of buildings, full of corners, full of rooms. You just walk in and you could just get annihilated because the short time to kill just doesn't allow you to react, and and the spawns are terrible. It's also in the spawns, stuff that adds into the map. Like for example, Piccadilly has terrible spawns, and the entire map is basically open with a few buses in the middle, so that's bad. The hit detection and the netcode is also terrible. I shouldn't say it. I mean, yeah, some bullets. They've been tests where people running the custom games have just shot each other, and people are shooting each other point blank in the chest, and no hit marker comes up, no damage, nothing. So that's a big problem. Another thing, 725, self-explanatory. M4, self-explanatory. Basically. So, just the camping in the game, the maps are bad, the camping's terrible, and some of the stuff is just glitched. Like the challenges don't track. You know, your username gets changed on the thing. It's not game breaking, but it's still bad. There was an issue where if you were over level 90 and the ribbon challenges weren't tracking, and people were actually getting the games blue screened, and they couldn't play it at all. Lucky they fixed that, but I don't think that should be happening in the first place. Yeah. So multiplayer, not that good. You know, if you're with your friends and you don't care about the game that much, like if you're not taking the game too seriously, then you'll be fine. But that just goes for the 6v6 modes. And the 10v10 modes. The 20v20 modes are, the 20v20 maps are another story. Every game ends on a timer. There's no situation where the score actually gets reached. It's always the time limit. You'll be lucky if you can kill 20 people in the game if you're an average player. The maps are just way too big, even for 20 players. Like Anaya Palace, I don't know if it's 10v10 or 20v20, but it's just way too big. Like, there's one side of the road where it's just one big, like, highway, and there's just no reason for that to be there. I think it should just be the castle and the surrounding area, roughly. So you're always going to get on the score limit. You know, the cave map, same thing. It's way too big. There's houses everywhere. Now, Grand War is actually not terrible. The only map I do not like out of the three is, I don't know what it's called, but it's the one with the big skyscrapers that let all the snipers go on top of the roofs. That map is not good at all. Because you spawn in, if you're not on the roofs, you basically lose. But the other maps aren't that bad, but the argument is that we're not playing Call of Duty to play Battlefield, which is basically what Ground War is. And basically, if you don't know what Battlefield is, I bet you do. I don't know why I'm saying this, but both of them are 32v32. And we didn't buy Call of Duty to play Battlefield. If I wanted to play 32v32 with tanks and helicopters, I would go play Battlefield. You know, people bought Call of Duty to play the 6v6, run and gun arcade shooter with badass kill streaks, and I must say the kill streaks are superb in this game. They're really good. That's a good side. Excuse this gameplay, by the way. My Wi-Fi is dookie splat, so just ignore that. Where was I? Oh yeah, Ground War. So yeah, we bought this game for 6v6, but I don't think there was a use for 10v10, 20v20 maps. You know, I get what they're going with, but just the time limits, they just always cap, and you're running around this big open barren field with houses, and you get sniped from the back. Yeah, so that's basically the multiplayer. Not that good. If you want to have fun, you just can't take it too seriously. Or if you're a camper yourself, you'll love this game, man. I've tried it myself. I'm guilty of it 1 or 2 times. I just wanted to see what all the hype was about, and I gotta tell you, I dropped a few VTOLs that game. So, yeah. So that's the multiplayer. Good things about it. The gunplay is amazing. The guns feel real. The recoil. You know, when you get a kill, it's so rewarding. Like that sound, that pings, just the way the hit markers show up. I don't know why, but it is. The gunplay's amazing. Yeah, that's like the good things. The kill streaks are great, but you know, that's about it for the multiplayer. Overall, it's pretty disappointing. But they can fix it. I believe they can fix it if they just do a few things with Dead Silence. Like Dead Silence is a field upgrade in this game, and basically what that is it charges up and you could use it, and I just think it should be a perk. I just don't think there is a need to have that as a field upgrade, because especially since the volume of the footsteps in this game, they toned them down a little bit, but I just feel like they're just, it's like a elephant walking down a hallway. It's loud as hell. Another thing is Ghost. It's basically, in other Call of Duty games, when you're not moving, Ghost does not activate to incentivize players to move, but that's not the case in this game, so it's easier for players to camp. And Infinity Wars admitted this. They said they made these camp spots, or look right there, they made these camp spots as, quote, safe spots for bad players. That doesn't make any sense, but whatever. But yeah, that's enough about the multiplayer. I think I got all the points. I don't even have a script. I'm kind of just saying what I think. Yeah, I think that's it for multiplayer. That's basically all the problems. Everything else is fine. Just the maps and all the other issues are just bad. What made them disappointing. But onto the campaign, and this year's campaign is probably one of the best. Probably the best since MW2. Not Black Ops 2. I forgot about Black Ops 2. Oops. All right. So basically, they said this campaign was going to be controversial. They weren't joking at all. The game really starts off with a suicide bomber walking out of a white truck and almost blowing himself up, but then like the title reels in. All the characters are amazing. The story, it's a little short. It's roughly 5 hours long, which is a little shorter than most Call of Duty, but it is a really fun experience. Again, the story's great. The action's great. There's one mission called Clean House. I'm sure people are familiar with that mission. It's one of the best. You basically clear house at nighttime, and yeah, it's really fun. The story's great. Again, I said that multiple times. I don't know why I did. But again, it's 5 hours, but people don't really play Call of Duty for the campaigns. I mean, like, it's part of it. It's a big part of it, but, you know, mainly multiplayer. But if you're looking for a good campaign, you should buy this game, because it's got one of the best. That's really all I can say about the campaign. I don't want to spoil anything, but onto the Spec Ops, or co-op. It's good. Before it was extremely bugged, where people were just crashing everywhere, but I think they fixed it. I should say for the co-op missions, even though there are 4, they are so much fun. At least for me and my friends. Me and my friends tried a bunch of them out for hours on end for one whole night, and it was so much fun. They're basically GTA heists, but Call of Duty times 100. It's, you know, you and your 3 buddies doing these objectives while there's hundreds and hundreds of enemies going at you. There's this one mission where you can infiltrate this airport, and you can either do it stealthily or you know, go loud, and if you do it stealthily, you can avoid a bunch of juggernauts that are attacking you, and you can sneak onto this plane at the end. But if you go loud, you're going to have to deal with all those juggernauts, so that's what makes it fun. It adds a little bit of, like, option to take on the mission. So that thing's really fun, and then once you get into the plane, there's kind of like a Mile High Club kind of thing. That's really fun, and they're hard. The missions are extremely difficult, but I don't think that's a bad thing at all. I actually think it's a good thing, especially since it's only 4 missions. It adds a lot of replayability because they're just difficult. Like there's one where me and my friends literally couldn't complete it. Like 5 tries in, and if you die, that's it for the mission. You have to restart all over. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they're really fun, and that's just one of the options for co-op. There's classic Spec Ops where, you know, they give you, it's like, you know, the Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2 Spec Ops where, you know, kill 100 enemies, do this, do that, kind of thing. I haven't played that myself, but you know, I guess you can imagine what that's like if you played Modern Warfare 2, Modern Warfare 3 Spec Ops. Then there's Survival. PS4 only. I don't know why it is, but whatever. I played it. It's a little boring. Probably because I'm used to playing Black Ops Zombies, but yeah, it's a little boring. But if you're that kind of person that goes for high rounds, high scores, then I guess you'll like it. But overall, that's Modern Warfare. Overall, I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. The campaign's great, the multiplayer can be fun at times, but again, the campers are everywhere, it just makes the game yeah, and then the Spec Ops, again, that's fun if you want to cool down from getting shot by a 725 in the corner. But yeah, that's Modern Warfare 2, guys. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. You probably won't see another post for another 6 months, but hey, whatever. Drop a like, guys, and I'll see you later.